and welcome. Today we are going to be drawing Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. Now, what I decided to do for this image is to draw a very particular scene. The first time Hisoka gets he gives off like the first time he shows like his death glare was during the during like the first season of Hunter x Hunter. I forget which chapter in the manga, but you get the idea. Basically, he does like this super interesting death glare in the manga. So I'm going to recreate that and sort of add my own little touch to it, because it is a lot of tones to this image. And since, as you can see from the original manga, I'm also adding shoulders too. So let's see what I can do with that. And here we go. Adjusting the image on the side. Oh, as you can see, I've already laid out at least the body. I haven't drawn the face yet. He's got a very square-like chin. Or square? No, wait, it's actually rounded. It's a little round. But he's got a very defined chin. Over here, I'm gonna show more of his, wait, let me check the original image. I forget if he has sideburns or not. Okay, it appears that he does not. It sort of just cuts off at, like, the edge of his ear, I should say. He does have like a bit of a large forehead. Like, sure, his hair is in one particular direction, with kind of like a how do I describe it? Maybe like a teardrop, if I were to describe it as what his hairstyle would be. I mean, it's obvious. It's just pushed over back, just with his own hand, just pushed over back in one particular direction. It looks kind of aerodynamic or whatever. And basically, and since it is all going in one direction, I would see it all as going, from the forehead to the back. I might fine-tune this a little later. Curve out the side of his chin. I mean, or maybe not. Let's see what it looks like without it. Okay. His other ear is showing a little bit, so I'll show that. Have it more defined. I might simplify his ear, the inside of his earlobes. going with his nose. Going for his eyes. He's got very narrow eyes. At least only in this scene. Most of his time his eyes are very, what's the word? Maniacal, yes. You know, his eyes are menacing, you know, he's got a look, the way that he looks most of the time in the manga and or anime, it's like, he's always thinking something, you know, it's like, he's plotting, he's scheming. I kind of adjusted his eyes so that it looks more like he's staring directly at you, where in the image that I'm referencing, he's looking more towards to, I guess, in the left direction. Gonna fill that in later. Gonna add a little star, his little star here. Sometimes, if you don't know how to do a star with even proportions, you maybe just do the same way, see, like I'm doing, where you just do it, and then just erase the lines in between. Or I could do that later. Later when I ink everything. Here's a little teardrop. His mouth, he's got a bit of like a grin, but it's sort of like his mouth is somewhat open, but you don't see his teeth, so there's like a bit of a shadow in there. Like, I guess the image that I'm looking at, he kind of looks like he's about to, you know, he's taking just like that slow breath, just go like before you like scream, but it's sort of like a crazy scream, just like the calm before you just go like stop. Yeah, just kidding. Okay, just gonna define. You know, I've always wondered what this thing is around his neck. I mean, it's a part of his costume, but I mean, what would I call this? A turtleneck or something? Or is it like some sort of scarf? Okay, oh, his eyebrows. I'm just gonna go back to the other reference images. Yes, he's got very thin eyebrows. Could be said that they're almost drawn eyebrows. That he draws his own eyebrows. Okay, so now I'm slowly gonna figure out how far the tones should be around his eyes, at least the shadowy parts. Okay, okay, since the tones are there, I believe I need to move down his facial, the star, and I guess you call this a teardrop or whatever, a little lower on his face. Maybe make it a little smaller. Maybe I have a little more over here. Yeah. Have it more off the cheekbone. Okay. We have a little more defined cheek right here. Gonna move this paper up a little bit. Let me see how far. Oh, it's too much. Gonna move it down some. Okay, there we go. Okay. And now I shall start with the thick lines for the inking. I decided to change up the height of the ear on this side because it wasn't exactly level with the other ear. Maybe I'll leave a little eye shine here. See how it looks at the end. I might change it later. Maybe not. I like to play by ear. How the picture is gonna turn out. Now we're filling out a star. Okay, I'm going to be using a thin Sharpie to do his hair. Gotta bring up my reference. Okay. Sharpie's not working too well. This one either. Okay, here we go. Sometimes it's easier to flip the image. Makes it easier for you to do straight lines. Just going in a downward position. The way that you can make hair look more like hair with just a black Sharpie is to add a little bit of don't make I don't make it a clean line. If you see what I'm doing here, I add a little bit of like there's hair falling out, because hair's not really perfect, so make these lines not a straight line. Make it look like there's like it's coming coming from somewhere. You get the idea. Might move over to this side. And there's no real correct way to do this, because this, like doing hair, it's all freestyle. There's another drawing that I did similar to this. I didn't really do a live stream of it, but you can find it on my Twitter. I did a drawing of the animator Steve Ray Bro. So feel free to check that image out. It's not so much a recent tweet, but you'll find it among like the last 10 tweets. Oh, wait. Oh, give me a sec. Hey, Dad. Yeah, it's me. Give me a sec. I'm doing a video at the moment. I'll be done in like a couple minutes. Okay, sorry about that. Just one of the family members just walked into the house. I was just going off to greet him. Let me take a look. Looks okay. Now the reason I'm doing this is because as you can see, I had all the hair flowing in one direction, and then once I got over here, I noticed there might be a bit of inconsistency, so I decided to sort of tone the lines so it would look like it's coming from the side of his head, and then it would go over this way. It does show to be, there is a bit more tone on this side, so I might need to even it out on here as well. Okay, and now we shall start doing the tones of his face. I'm thinking I should add a little bit of like what is this thing called? It's like a little wrinkle. Like if you're looking mad, you get these little wrinkles at the middle of your face. Oh, he's got a little bit of this little forehead wrinkle there. Okay, now to get started. Now, as you can see, I'm just following the pencil outline that I did for, I guess you'd call eyeshadow. His evil eyeshadow, whatever you would call it. Now, depending on what hand you use, I've been told by other artists to sort of use that as to say on which direction or something like that. You could stay consistent with the direction that all the lines are going, or not. Maybe add a third layer. Make it seem super dark. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. It seems it's got a bit of like, shadows. Basically, in the image, he's got shadows everywhere, but it's sort of defined where they are. On a closer inspection of these of the reference image that I'm using from the manga, the original manga, he almost looks sort of like a skeleton with all these extra tones. I don't know if that was done on purpose by the artist, but it is nicely done. I'm making these tones more shaped towards like his eyebrows. Or not his eyebrows. Think of them as, yeah, it's like an extra, yeah, I guess you could call them an extra set of eyebrows, since they're just following the direction of his original eyebrows, which is basically a curved, angry face. You know, it's like, no, it's like an, yeah, I guess you could say that. I can't think of another word for like an angry face at the moment. Not so much angry. No, it's maniacal. I already said that. Maniacal face. Move this back some. Defining his cheeks. I think more realistically, like, the shadow would be more curved around here. Because in the original image, the shadow sort of like just goes straight down. But because this thing on his, around his neck is sort of bumpy, it would make sense for the shadow to sort of curve with it. And it's a very dark shadow, so I better add more tones to it. Maybe it'd go a little more here. Maybe just have the shadow just end around here. I'm gonna add a third piece of tone here. Make it about as dark as the shadows around his eyes. Make it that sort of dark, that type of dark, that tone of dark. Okay, but I think reasonably, you know, there should be little shadows around here. around his neck scarf thing. I'll just call it a neck scarf. Okay, take a quick look at the time. Okay, it's been 37 minutes. Maybe add a little bit here. Okay, now to do the inside of the ear. I don't know what is this weird shadow over here. It's like, if there's a shadow over here and a shadow over here, where's the light source coming from? I don't know. Whatever. Just ignore that. Meh. Okay, and there we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. Ah, we got a comment. Sure, I'll check out your channel. Yeah, thanks for coming down. Just gonna start erasing. Oh, and before I end this live stream, be sure to check out my comic, Don the Mask. You know, it's a series that I've been working on. If you enjoy my drawing, feel free to check out this comic. You'll find it on Amazon.com. Look in the description below to find a link to the comic. This right here is Volume 1. Volume 2 is also available. Be sure to check that out. Yep. So, also leave a comment for future videos that I could do for you guys, the viewer. Alright. Thanks for coming out. See you next time. Bye.